Hi everyone and welcome to the pre-bid for the Golda Meir house renovation. This is Chris Powers with Colantonio, and we thought this would be a good forum to be able to relay important information and give you the ability as a bidder to go back and refresh your memory should you need it as you're completing your bid. The Golda Meir house is owned by the Jewish Community of Housing for the Elderly, that's JCHE. It's located at 160 Stanton Ave in Newton, Mass. And you can see from this map here, we have the building location off of Stanton Ave, and that's off of Washington Street in Newton. The Golda Meir house was originally constructed in two phases. Phase 1 being Golda 1, seen here, that was constructed in about 1980, and that contains 124 units. And then Golda 2, seen here, as well as the link to Golda 1, that was constructed in 1994, and that contains 75 units. And you can see in this aerial photo, you can see the front entry parking lot, as well as the upper parking lot. There are parking restrictions on this project. I'll talk about those in a minute. So just an overall project overview. It's anticipated that it's going to be a 22-month schedule starting on October 1st of this year. It's a renovation of 199 units, so that's all units are getting renovated. 20 of those units are going to receive a full ADA renovation, so that includes all of the interior partition demolition to realign the floor plan such that it accommodates all ADA requirements. And then the remaining 179 units will receive upgrades to the existing finishes, new kitchens and baths, new doors, frames, hardware, flooring, really just an upgrade to finishes. The common area is approximately 55,000 square foot on the first floor. That is getting completely realigned to accommodate a new floor plan and new program requirements for the Golda Meir house. New commercial kitchen and servery, and new corridor finishes. There is a full scope of work as it relates to mechanical and fire protection systems, as well as a new electrical service coming into the building, as well as distribution throughout the first floor. There are some project constraints, including no parking on site. We can't allow parking at the upper parking lot, the lower parking lot, nor the street. Parking for the residents is just really difficult as is, so we can't have that added level of construction vehicles. The MBTA garage is a great option, very close. We would recommend that maybe your foreman drop off the workers and any type of tools or materials at the beginning of the day, and then go drop off the vehicle at the MBTA garage. There will be minimal area for material laid down and storage on site. We are working to try to obtain a little bit of area for a couple storage trailers, but we're requesting that as part of the bid, the subcontractors assume that they will have extremely limited storage on site, because really the units are very small as well at only 550 square feet. There's really not a whole heck of a lot of area to provide and store materials. So subcontractors are responsible for delivering the material to the units. We will have a stairwell within each stack. I'll show you that a little bit more later on. The elevators will not be allowed for any type of deliveries, and all deliveries, as always, should be coordinated with Colantonio personnel. Colantonio has spent a lot of time during pre-construction developing what we feel is a pretty sound phasing scheme for both the unit renovations as well as the common areas. So we're going to show you a brief overview, however, a detailed description of the phasing and detailed phasing plans can be found as part of the bid package. So the overall concept of the stack renovations or the unit renovations is that we have a swing area available on the 4th floor that has 27 vacancies. So when we go to start construction on stack 1, the first 5 floors will move out to the swing area. We'll renovate their units and then they'll move back in. I'll go into a little bit more detail in a little bit as to exactly how that works. But that's the overall concept, is that we're completing these renovations in stacks. It should be noted that deliveries are either going to take place through the stairwell or through a window at each level within each stack. So all subcontractors should include costs associated with stocking material in their bid. This is an overall aerial of the project. Gives you a little bit better idea of, kind of some of the site restrictions and how the levels lay out and how these wings lay out. This is a more detailed review of the renovations for stack 1 and stack 2. So you can see stack 1 level L begins 229. On 2.9, those residents will move out. 2.10, the next floor will move out. The following Monday, the next floor, and so on and so forth. You can see that there are only enough vacant units to obtain these levels at once. Okay, so we do not have access to level 4 or level 5 within the first phase. So what would happen is, as level L is completed, those residents will move back in. Level L0 is completed, those residents will move back in, and then that will provide enough vacancies in the swing area for level 4 to move out. And then level 1 will move back in, and level 5 will move out. So you can see it's a fluid phasing scheme throughout the project. One important note is that we are taking a wing, so there will be a temporary barricade with a door which isolates the construction area from the residents. Here's an example of stack 3. You can see that stack 3 is a little bit different because you do run into level 4, which is part of the swing area. So when we get to the area that we're utilizing to house the residents that are moving out so we can occupy their units, we're going to really just grab that swing area for a small duration just to get the utilities up and through, but we will not renovate that floor until the very end. And then this is just an image of stack 4 and stack 5, which are the final 2 stacks. You can see the same idea here with the swing area. Once you get to the 4th floor, the only work that takes place at that time is just a pass through of utilities to get up to the next floor. And then we come back at the very end and renovate the swing area. Now I'd like to get into an overview of the phasing scheme as it relates to the common area and how that overlays with the phasing for the unit renovations. So this here is phase 1 renovation. This happens between October 1st and mid-February 2017. The common area work at this time is going to consist of the boiler room construction and the kitchen and dining room renovations. Now the boiler room needs to be completed prior to any unit renovation starting because the new heat pumps will operate off of that new boiler room. Also, there's a domestic hot water plant and electric distribution that'll happen at this time, as well as a new electric service coming into the building. Phase 2 starts mid-February 2017 to June 2017. This consists of the new offices, an activity room fit up. See, the activity room is here. We have a temp entrance at this point. And we have new entrance canopy. So you can see there's actually new pavement going in here. We have some utility work, quite a bit of exterior work during this phase. Yeah. And then you can see over here in February, this is actually when stack 1 begins. We're going to provide a temp access road to allow drop-offs for deliveries, and access will be through a stair, the stairwell within the building. It should be noted that we will be providing and requiring a badging system, and access to anywhere other than construction areas will be restricted. Phase 3, June to mid-October 2017. Common area work consists of the lobby renovation, the entry storefront, the game and computer room, the library, and the mail room. We have extensive site work going on in this back area. We need to drop the grade and provide some new site work improvements here. We've got new concrete and granite stairs coming in, new stairs that will ultimately be the access from the upper parking lot here down into the building. Additionally, during this time frame, we'll be completing stack 2. This is phase 4, running from August to December 2017. This consists of the stack 3 unit renovations, and we'll have to coordinate as to exactly how and where we're delivering to this phase. You can see we do have a construction stair access back here, so an option may be to have deliveries at the back fire lane. This is phase 5, starting the end of October 2017 through February 2018. This consists of stack 4 renovation. You can see you have your construction access down here. And then completing phase 6, February through July 2018. We'll be completing stack 5 units. Common area work in this area will consist of decommissioning of the existing boiler and electric room, the salon relocation, the exercise and office, and new electric and data room. So just some additional information. As you know, the documents are available via Procore. Bids are going to be due on May 27th without exception. It's really important that you guys get into the documents and start doing your takeoffs sooner rather than later, so that you can issue any RFIs and we can get them responded to in time for you to complete your bid by the date requested. Additional information provided on Procore are photos, phasing plans, and a preliminary schedule that may be helpful. And if you do want to visit the site, you can contact Kevin Costello. He's our superintendent that's actually on site right now. And if you have any other questions, or you want to discuss the project in further detail, you can always reach out for me. So I appreciate your time here. We look forward to seeing your bid. Thank you very much.